Welcome to this week's episode of Your Stock Request for the 13th of April. Hi, I'm Michael Gable, Managing Director at Fairmont Equities. Your Stock Request is the weekly video where I take your request and analyse the share price charts. This week we have Sims Metal, Global Lithium, Terracom, Nickel Mines and 29 Metals. So if you have a request, please send it through. Make sure you've signed up to the free newsletter, but my best tips come out every Tuesday, so make sure you're getting the Dynamic Investor report. But if you do enjoy these videos, we'd love you to share them on social media or even leave a review. Our main business is in portfolio management, so if you'd like to have a trading account with me, please give me a call and let me know. And all the advice here is general only. So here we've got the daily chart of Sims. So we could see it looked like we had a bit of a cup and handle there. There was clear sort of resistance near $16. The recent pullback sort of rounded out, congested, and then we had the gap up yesterday. So that would have been the buy signal. The breakout, however, as we could see, a bit of a weak close there, sort of closed on the lows. Basically, we want to see it at least hold in here, so we don't want to see it fall back under $16. Ideally, at worst, it just sort of holds in here. And then it can follow through. Okay, GL1, it's obviously big pullback there. I mean, most recently we've seen it sort of bounce around in these sort of oversold conditions on the RSI. Obviously, none of them have been a proper low. But for the moment, maybe there's something worth trading here. I mean, it bounced off on volume, and then just zoom in, we could see this sort of little consolidation here, followed by this sort of upside break. So that was potentially another buy signal, but we've just got this negative day here. I mean, volumes are lower, so it hasn't followed through. But ideally, we don't really want to see it down again. I think if you get perhaps an inside day here, then it could potentially continue higher. Okay, Terracom. So we've had this pullback. Looks like this is a decent low, so we've seen a sort of a rounding out here, tightening up of the range, and then that sort of upside break. Strong day on strong volume would have been the most recent buy signal. I could see a rally, then just a few sort of small days down. So it looks like just a little consolidation here. Probably getting ready for a move higher, but I think you just sort of use this trading range here as the, let's call it 70 cents and 65 cents as your, downside break to sell and upside break for the next buy. Okay, Nickel Mines, obviously not much progress in the last year, big ranges. So most recently, what's interesting is, as it was trying to move higher here, you then had this big sell down, and it broke to a new low, closing on the lows. But then, of course, the next day it opened up higher and then had a very solid up day, closing all the way up here. So again, this looks like a false break. So it recovered strongly. I think that would be it is to me a bullish sign that it sort of reversed so quickly. Volumes coming back in, up again, taking out this high. So I think there's a strong chance that, we do get more upside from here. 29M. You could see here it's come all the way back to this old low and momentarily broken it, sort of trading sideways under it, which in some respects would have been setting it up for another move downwards, but what it's done instead, you can see sort of tightened up range, and then it had an upside break yesterday. So basically closing looks like pretty much at its highs, taken out that line of resistance there, good volume. So it looks like it should head higher. I mean, I'd even say this is being the first day up, it'd still be a buy as long as you run your tight stop down here. I think there'd be some sort of recovery. Okay, well that's all for this week. If you have a request, send it through and I'll try to cover it next Thursday.